Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to be making a toadstool scene nestled in a little cocktail glass. This project will consist of 2 videos for the sake of time. This first video will make the base and the toadstools, and in our next video, we're going to add a magical fairy. Now, we've been focusing on needle felting for several months now, and I think it's time for us to move on. So this is going to be our last project in this series, for now. Honestly, we have loved needle felting so much that I know we'll be adding to this playlist later on. I still have lots of ideas and things I want to make, so yes, you will definitely see more of us here. I hope you'll join us with this final project, as we're going to be assimilating everything that we've learned in the past few months into this final sculpture. Now, if you stick around to the end, we'll be sharing what our next handicraft will be. I think one of the most amazing things about needle felting is that you can gather together your materials and just start. There aren't complicated techniques or a steep learning curve. You can just simply watch what we're doing and copy it. So let's get started. The materials you're going to need for this project are a felting mat, felting needles, wool. We have some raw wool and some wool roving in red, green, and white, and a cocktail glass. You can substitute this for any container. A teacup is a popular choice. Start by rolling your raw wool into a ball and begin felting it with a larger needle. Raw wool is cheaper but more difficult to work with, so feel free to use wool roving if you like. Continue felting, adding wool as needed until the ball is large enough to fit into your glass. Once the ball is approximately the right size, you can start covering it with green wool roving. You can felt the green wool before applying it, or you can apply it directly to the ball and felt it on. You'll see us do it both ways. We used a base of forest green, but mixed in several other greens to give it depth and texture. we're going to make the toadstools. We started with the stem, rolling up the white wool roving into a cylinder or tube shape. Again, continue felting and adding wool until you have a stem the size and shape that you want. We'll then make the top of the toadstool, rolling the wool into a circle. Felt the circle into a bowl shape with an indentation in the middle for the stem, and then cover it with red wool. Once it's covered, felt some white circles of various sizes and apply them to the red top. To finish the toadstool, attach the stem to the top. We made 2 of these of different sizes. Needle felt them onto the green base and add some greenery around the base of the toadstools if desired. And here is our whimsical little toadstool scene. I can't wait to add the fairy. Now, as promised, I want to tell you about our upcoming handicrafts. This time, I'm going to do a couple at a time. We're Charlotte Mason homeschoolers, and if you subscribe to her educational philosophy, you'll know about clay modeling. This is something that we've wanted to do for some time, so we're going to start with that. I'm also going to add a crochet series. I've done knitting and crocheting since I was a young teenager, and I would love to share that with others. So I'm thinking it will be an ongoing series because there's just so many things that you can make with crochet. So if you're up for it, as soon as the fairy video comes out, I'm going to link to it below, and I'll see you there.